This is WPSL Port St. Lucie.
And good morning once again. This is Paul Stone back on the air with you after a nice long morning show. A little break to have a couple of breakfast items. Unfortunately, they weren't as good as the ribs I get down there at the lovely Cabana at Jensen Beach. And this morning we're live with Joe DiCarlo, who's the sales and marketing director for such the establishment. And, of course, Kevin Morrow, the director of food, dining services. But, you know, I still call him the best maker of ribs known to man. So good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. How are you doing?
We're doing just fine here. Everything sounding okay to you, Victor?
I just turned up. I can only
Okay, well, we have assistance because I am a rookie here, you know, so you got to bear with me this morning. Anyway, good morning. Happy Monday to you all. What's new down there at the Cabana?
Good morning. Welcome to the Coffee at the Cabanas. I'm Joe DiCarlo, the sales and marketing director. Normally we have Jennifer here, and normally it's Coffee at the Cabana with Joe and Jennifer, but Jennifer's under the weather today, so I have a special guest. For the past 3 weeks, we've been doing a lot of talking about our food at the Cabanas. So who better than to bring into the studio than our chef?
Absolutely.
And Chef Kevin's here with me, and welcome, Kevin.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome, Kevin.
You're welcome. A few housekeeping things before we start. We've actually created, we're located, let's start with that, at 1537 Northeast Cedar Street in Jensen Beach, east on Jensen Beach Boulevard, south on Savannah Road, and east on Cedar Street. Right, Paul? Remember
It's
those
easy. Well,
directions?
my first time there, G said, turn at the church. Okay, which church are you talking about? Anyway, I finally got there. I got there in time for the show to begin. That's been a few months. That's almost
Yes.
almost been a long time
Been a
ago
while.
now, yeah.
Yep. And
We're coming back there again, too.
you come back April 27th to
Right.
kick off our carnival that we're having.
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
That we're going to have fun and games and lots of food.
You have a lot of fun and games down there,
We
don't
do.
you?
This week we have a luau going on Wednesday night, and Kevin has been kind enough to provide the food for us.
Well, Kevin, tell us a bit about the luau. Now, typically a Hawaiian luau, I got an idea what it might be, but go ahead and fill us in.
We're not going to have roasted pork, as you well know. But I did put a menu together for them, from beef kebabs with pineapples, pineapple mango pulled pork, to fruit kebabs, and also, of course, we're going to have to name Spam in there somewhere. So we have that, coconut shrimp, scallops kebabs, chicken kebabs, clams, fruit trays, all different kinds of things to make it more tropical, and it's going to be a great time. Really is.
Is this the first time we've done this, or did you do it last year as well?
No, we haven't done it before. This is the first time we're doing the Hawaiian luau, but I'm looking really forward to it.
And one of the things, excuse me, Kevin, is we have a lady who lives with us, and she's from Hawaii. She appeared in Elvis movie.
Oh, I met her.
Yes,
Yeah, she
yes.
met Elvis. Yeah.
And so she's been practicing with some of the other ladies, and they're going to get up and do a hula dance for us
Wow.
and provide the
Stop.
entertainment. Yes.
So a little
Yeah.
blue,
We gotta take
Tiva
a
and
video
her
of this.
dancers, we're
Oh,
calling them.
wonderful.
so a little blue Hawaii, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
there
not
you
quite
go. Yeah.
blue, maybe, but
You know,
what I mean.
they practice right next to my office there, and the first time they were practicing, I was hearing this music coming out of there, and I'm like, what is that?
And she actually has a photograph with she and Elvis.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
she was in the movie Hawaii. What was it?
The Blue Hawaii was one of them. I'm not sure that's the one.
Paradise Hawaiian Style. That was the movie she was in, and she actually got to eat lunch with Elvis for 2 weeks,
How about that?
and she said he was a great guy.
How about that?
Yeah, so she's interesting.
She's still around and he's not. Yeah.
Yes.
How about that? Lifestyles.
And she got the story is where she lived on an island. I don't know what island it was, and she got to go to school in Hawaii. And the school where she went, they gave her this job at this resort. And just so happened while she was working there, they decided to make the movie there, and she got to be in it as a dancer.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good morning once again. I'm talking to Joe DiCarlo, who's a sales and marketing director at the Cabana at Jensen Dunes. Also Kevin Morrow, the director of dining services. And just in case a few folks haven't caught this program in the past, why don't you give us kind of review of what your organization is, what it does?
The Cabana at Jensen Dunes is assisted living and memory care building. With our assisted living, we have several kind of different style rooms that we've discussed. We have one bedroom, we have studios, we have a larger one bedroom. Our facility provides meals, 3 meals a day, where Chef Kevin comes into play. We clean their rooms for them. We provide cable TV. We also provide transportation. We have activities. If Jennifer was here today, who's not, because she's under the weather, she'd discuss our activities. We do their laundry for them. We have a pool. Basically, it's like a land cruise.
I guess.
It truly is. I mean, every day, it's like for the menus we have there, the menu that we have today will not be seen until next month on the same date.
Okay.
So every lunch and every dinner is changed out, so they're not getting the same thing every day.
Nice.
So it's really different and unique.
So it's like living at home where you got to have leftovers occasionally.
And I was thinking of this yesterday. We have right now 107 people there. We have to provide 3 meals a day for 107 people. So that's over 300 meals. And Kevin runs that and
Plus,
runs it smoothly.
We have a lot of people coming in,
Guests.
family members that are guests that come in to enjoy the food, the company, obviously, of their loved ones. But they come into the dining room, and they're welcome, just like they were part of the family. And they're able to go ahead and enjoy any meal with them, breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Okay, so let's say I skip breakfast because I slept in, and it's like say it's 10:30 between breakfast and lunch, and I'm hungry. What do I do?
You get fed.
There it is.
Simple as that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, there's no stopping that. I mean, you can sit in the dining room, you can sit at the bar. It doesn't matter. I mean, we'll take care of your needs at any given point in time.
And you can watch movies too.
Yes.
We have big screen TV, movie theater.
And if the resident doesn't feel up to par for that day and that, we also take care of their needs by sending the food to their rooms after we find out what they'd like to have. So we want to make sure their needs are taken care of there too.
Well, tell us now, how many rooms do you have in general?
We have 126 rooms total. Right now, we have 112 of those because we have couples that live there too. Actually, not 100. We have 110 rooms filled right now. Most of them are in memory care because we have our memory care unit. Our assisted living is almost full. Memory care, there's a few up there.
Well, describe memory care for me in the audience.
Memory care is a secured unit where it's a higher level of care. It's for people that dementia, Alzheimer's, people that wander. You hear those stories of people getting out and those poor people get lost. It's for that. There's nurses up there 24 hours. There's CNAs up there. There's activities. It's kind of run like a daycare almost, where there's stuff going on all day long.
So if I come there or my parents come there to live and they don't have a car, they can still get to where they need to go?
We have a bus and we have a car, and we take them to their doctors. Wednesdays is outings day. Shopping on Wednesdays. So if they need anything, any store, we have a driver. And Fridays, our activity girls take our memory care people out on the bus ride.
Yeah.
The mystery bus ride, as we talked about.
So if somebody wants to come in, I mean, if I want to consider this operation, can I come in and have a look?
Anytime.
It's like a resort. I guarantee you that once you walk through the doors, whatever, it's a welcoming sight, and it's very familiar and friendly atmosphere you come into. The staff is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. They really will work with the residents and see what their cares. If you walk through the door and you don't get somebody saying, "Hi, how are you doing?" Immediately, that's very unusual.
Yes. Yeah, you can come. You can schedule a tour. You can call us 772-332-1000 to schedule a tour. You can just walk in. I also get emails. We've actually set up a new email account through our IT guys, and it's Cabana. Coffee at the Cabana at jensendunes.com. So you can email me, and that comes right to me. And we have people walking in. It's just any way you want. We have friends calling and come in. We actually recommend it. I recommend it. If you're thinking of an assisted living, I tell people tour 3 places. Have a 1, 2, and 3 choice at all times.
And try the food out at the other places. Once you try them out, come on over and see me. What's going to happen is going to change your life.
I don't know about you folks, but food to me is very important. And I have sampled there. Well, more than once. G and I go there for a remote broadcast several times. Now we're going there again the end of April. And believe me, we've had the breakfast there. We've had the fine coffee. The service is incredible, and the ribs are to die for. My wife keeps on saying, "When are you going back there again?" I said, "Well, we can live there one day. We'll have ribs whenever we want to have them." But no, it's fantastic. The number, by the way, down there is 772-208-5073.
Nope. 332-1000.
What am I looking at here? I'm looking at a number I thought I had written. Well, that must be your card I read off.
Yes,
Okay.
I think that's
Once again, the number, please.
772-332-1000.
Okay, very good.
And you can set up a tour. You can talk to me. Actually, you can call in today too. And if you have any questions for me, if there's any foodies out there, as we like to call them,
Foodies?
foodies.
Is that?
I
I'm
had
gonna
a
look that
lady
word
come
up.
for
Okay,
a tour, and she described herself as a foodie. You did
Okay.
meet her. You remember her.
Okay.
And that's another thing we do when we tour people in our facility. Kevin, our chef, because food being so important, comes out and talks to them. And he's really good about it too.
Yeah, it isn't often you get to talk to the person who prepares your food.
No.
So that's always pretty
No,
nice.
and at
for
our
sure.
place we do.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we started out talking about things that are happening there, and you were planning on some sort of a party coming up fairly soon?
Wednesday night is our luau. And Wednesday from
I can't wait to see you in a hula hoop.
5:30 to 7:30. I do have an Hawaiian shirt.
Stop.
Yes, I do.
So if a person wants to come to visit, they could even maybe arrange this particular night.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Come to our party. Last week we did our Starry Night. We had a nice crowd. We had entertainment. Again, Kevin provided the food, as he always does. And the people had a good time. Being of Italian descent, food is important.
Yes.
So it's
So is
nice.
bread.
It's nice. Food and bread. We go around and around with that.
Yeah.
So Kevin understands that with me, and it's nice. It works well.
Yes.
Do you publish a menu? In other words, if I'm staying there, do I know what's coming up the next couple, 3 or 4 days in terms of dinner, for example?
Well, yes, we have a menu that you can go ahead and do for a full month if you like it and request it. We'd be happy to do that for you. We also put the board out front so they know what's going on in the morning time for all the foods that they're looking for the day for lunch and dinner. So that's posted every day in both memory care and downstairs for the regular dining.
So people with sensitivities to certain foods, that's all recognized. They can say, hey, I can't have any nuts or I can't have any.
Once we get to know a resident and such, we make sure that they get what they need, what they cannot have. We make sure that we protect them. That's one of our very important things. My past history has been over 12 years in the hospital field. So being in charge of the hospital field, I was able to go ahead and learn a lot of different diets. And that helps me out a lot to make the menus up and how to adjust it, especially people that are diabetic, where we reduce the sugar intake for them, and we can go ahead and direct them to making a better solid choice. And we also offer desserts that way, which are no sugar added. Only natural sugars are in them. So we try to go ahead and take care of all their needs that aspect too.
One of the things, excuse me, I'm full of stories. We had a resident that came to me on a Saturday, the daughter and the son-in-law, and he had a problem where he needed to eat spinach.
That's a problem.
And so she said, the daughter said, I said, well, I'm not a spinach eater. So I said, how are we going to get him to eat spinach? She says, well, he likes salads. So she says, maybe we can make it in a salad with nuts and what was the other thing?
Cranberries, nuts, raisins,
And,
walnuts, pecans.
and this was a Saturday, so I'm like, okay, he needs it right away because of what was going on. So I called Kevin up at home. I said, Kev, this guy, the daughter's here. He needs spinach. No problem. I saw her the other day, and she said the dad, he didn't even know we were doing this. And I said, how's it going? She says, good. She said, he's so excited that every meal he's getting this salad, and he doesn't even know why. And he eats all of it, and he loves the nuts and everything. So
That's the first time I heard about that.
yeah. These are the kind of things that we do there. That people either know we're doing it or they don't know we're doing it, and we know we do it, and it's just a phone call on a Saturday at night or whatever. And that's how we work there. And Kevin's a big part of that, big help to that.
Well, certainly anybody living in this area knows there's plenty of competition for your business.
Yes.
So you have to give the very best at all
Yes.
times. And I've been to a few of them already. Your folks seem to hit it right in the head, quite frankly.
Thank you. We have to. Nobody can out customer service us, as we like to say. You might have newer buildings going up or whatever. Our building's beautiful. It's kept nice, and our customer service is just top notch.
It is fantastic.
Our staff does a great job.
They do.
All the way around.
And we work as a team. All of us, even as department heads, anything like being
Hands on.
anything.
Yeah.
What are some of the questions you're typically asked by somebody who's thinking about moving in?
The number one question is price. The number two question is size of the rooms. And the number three question is food. And I get asked also what comes with the room.
Mm-hmm.
So before I take them out on the tour, I'll explain all our amenities, which are the cleaning the room, doing their laundry, 3 meals a day. We provide cable TV to the bedroom and the living room.
Another big concern is activities.
Yes.
And they really hit that up big time. And
Yes.
I mean, Jennifer does a fantastic job with
She
that.
does. She's not here to tell us about it, but
No, I think somebody else should say it for her because But
Sure.
she has a beautiful voice.
She does.
She sings
Yes.
really well. She does a great job out there, and we have people all the time doing activities out at the bar area.
constant, yeah.
Yeah. just
And
continuously.
people look for that.
Sure.
That's what they want to see. They want to see people out doing things. We have the pool, we have the exercise room, we have the bistro, the sandbar, as we like to call it.
When are we gonna do yoga? I want to do
Yoga is soon.
Okay.
Yoga is soon.
I can see a lot of excitement for that building up already. Yeah. Well, I suppose you have exercise classes, don't you, on a daily basis?
Every day. It's run by the activity girls, and then once or twice a week, because we have a PT department, so a therapist does it too. And twice a week, I believe, Jennifer does Tai Chi with them in the afternoon. And in our pool now, we're getting into aquatics therapy out in the pool. They love that.
Pool heated, I suppose.
It's heated.
Mm-hmm.
But they're starting now that the weather's getting warm to go back out in
Sure.
the pool because
Nice.
it has to be 400 degrees.
And
for anybody.
it's very important to have your hair done. So
We have
it's
the
a
salon.
Beautiful hair
You
salon.
have a salon on
Oh,
campus.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Doctor's office. And,
Yeah.
it has more than what most places do have.
It does.
Now, if I'm a veteran, for example, is there a benefit to a veteran moving
There
in?
is. There's. I don't know the exact numbers without my sheet in front of me. There's a single vet. You can get a benefit for assisted living. Married couples, and then if both are vets, and then if there's a spouse of a deceased vet,
Okay.
she also or he will get the veterans benefit, and that's anywhere in the country.
Okay.
It's not just here. Any assisted living, and you have to have a care. You have to be able to show that you need to go to them, and it's nice. It works for the vets.
For sure. Yeah.
Yep. And we take that. Actually, any assisted living should take that in the country.
Exactly. For sure. So, as we move along, we'll be breaking at the bottom of the hour for the Florida news, but we'll have another half an hour to go. If somebody wants to call in and ask you a question, you good for that?
Yep, 772-340-1590. We got the chef here for you foodies out there. Any questions, any nutritional things? Kevin actually helped me last week when I needed some guidance on my diet, and I went to him. And so
While you're eating the kielbasa, yeah, right.
you're not supposed to say that.
Kielbasa, you said?
Yeah,
Oh,
I made
boy.
Polish kielbasa with the peppers and onions.
Oh, boy.
And
Wonderful.
oven
It
roasted
was good.
redskins.
And you didn't bring any, did you?
No, sir.
No, okay, all right.
But I was thinking about baking some cookies this morning for you
Oh,
guys.
boy. We think we had those lovely, were they chocolate chip, I think, the last time we were there.
We have a different variety all the time. I do white chocolate macadamia nuts. I do chocolate chips. We do scones there, blueberry, cranberry. We do fresh baked breads. I have rye, pumpernickel, and white being baked all the time. Cinnamon rolls, muffins, blueberry and cranberry. So it changes all the time, including no sugar added peanut butter cookies and chocolate chip cookies. So
Well, do you have a bar there as well? That people can come up and have a cup of coffee and everything, want to sit at the bar. You got a great host there.
Yep, that's our sandbar, and Michael,
Yeah.
he's there. He also sings. He does. I call him the singing waiter when I'm doing my tours, and once in a while he'll break a little tune out while I'm doing a tour, and But he takes care of the sandbar for us, and he does a great job.
He takes a lot of pride in his area.
He does.
I mean, he takes care
He
of
does,
the
I can
people.
tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really thoroughly enjoys it.
And he's one of those employees that he remembers what everybody likes. He remembers their routine.
Yeah.
And we have a lady that every day she comes out there, and he doesn't even ask her what she wants. She just brings it to her, and she sits and eats it.
See, that's the amazing thing about food service, whatever. People are in a regular routine of what they likes and dislikes. And once you get to know the resident and what they like, they're always taken care of.
Yeah. And they enjoy that.
Yeah.
They like that. I know I would like that.
In case you just tuned in, folks, listening to Coffee at the Cabana, brought to you by the Cabana at Jensen Beach. This morning, we're fortunate to have with us Joe DiCarlo, the Sales and Marketing Director, and Kevin Marlowe, the Director of Dining Services. Good morning once again, gents.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So here we are. We're about almost at the bottom of the hour. Let's talk about the next half hour. What do we like to bring forth?
Well,
share the
we
news?
hope we have some more questions or some questions for Kevin. That's why he's here. And we'll discuss about the Cabanas a little more.
Okay.
And we're at 1537 Northeast Cedar Street, east on Jensen Beach Boulevard, south on Savannah Road, and east on Cedar Street again to the end, and we're the building on the end.
Yeah, it's a lovely location. The first time I drove there, it was kind of a congested area. All of a sudden, you're in this area where the dunes are. I'd say, how can they build with the dunes the way the restrictions are? But it had to be difficult to put that place there.
It was actually a 10-year plan.
Really?
Before they were able to
Patience.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we're finding it again because we're close to building an independent building.
Okay.
In the back, and we're waiting on that too. So the dunes, I guess they're natural. People keep asking me, and then I get, "Are you close to the ocean?" And no.
I wonder if at one time it was close to the ocean.
It had to have been.
Yeah,
It
because the
had to
dunes
have
look like they're from a desert,
Yep.
just about.
I
Yep.
believe I was told that it was from the last ice age. That's where it's from.
Really? Yeah, I would believe that.
I goes back a day or two.
Yeah, and it makes it so nice. It's so nice and quiet. We're not on any major roads. A lot of these places are on major roads, and you can hear cars and.
No, it's peaceful. Very peaceful back there.
Extremely.
Yeah.
When they sit in our courtyards or our patios out back, they just love it. And I like sitting. I want to move my desk out there.
Well, how often are you there
First.
I'm there every day. Or if I'm not there, I have an assistant that's there that can do tours. We have somebody there all the time to provide tours and questions. And I even work Saturdays.
Oh.
So and my assistant works Sundays, so we don't miss anybody on the weekends. And we intertwine. Like I'm not there now, so she's there. If I'm there, she's out on the road marketing.
Is the Cabana at Jensen Beach a singular place, or is there a part of a larger organization?
We're owned by a couple guys, but we are managed by a company called Praxius, and there are what would you say, our management company.
3, 4.
Yeah, they own
Four
about
strong?
3 or 4 facilities throughout the state.
Okay. Well, let's see. We're about 10:29 right now. We're going to go ahead and fairly soon get you to your Monday morning Florida News Network. And we can hear in the background now, we're playing some Cabana music. You can hear that. You probably can't hear it because you don't have your headset on. But, yeah, we're cheerily moving along to the bottom of the hour. We'll be back with Joe DiCarlo, who's the Director of Sales and Marketing, and Kevin, the wonderful chef down there who prepares all the meals, planning, everything else. Believe me, I've been there. I've tested it. It's wonderful food. If nothing else, give that a try because, honestly, what else you want to do except have a great meal? This is WPSL, Port St. Lucie, Florida.
You're listening to Coffee at the Cabana on WPSL, presented by the Cabana at Jensen Dunes. Senior living that's different from the rest. Now back to your host.
And good morning once again. You're listening to the Coffee at the Cabana. You know, for some reason, there's no coffee around here this morning. Next time, I'm
next time
sure.
we have to bring it.
And we're joined this morning by Joe DiCarlo, the Sales and Marketing Director at the Cabana, and Kevin Morrow, Director of Dining Services. He's going to talk to us a bit about food.
Kevin's
Go
got
ahead,
some.
Kevin.
Well, first, I think let's do our trivia question that we haven't done yet.
Okay.
So we know it's sandhill crane season now, mating season, babies being born. So my nature question is, what do we call sandhill crane babies? And the call-in number to answer that question is 772-340-1590. So if you know the answer, what do we call sandhill crane babies. 340-1590. So, Kevin, we have a lot of your signature dishes that we like at the Cabanas.
Yes, yes, we do.
Tell us about them.
Well, we do a shrimp stuffed with gorgonzola cheese with smoked applewood bacon with a Dijon mustard cream sauce. I also do a rack of lamb with a portobello espagnole mint sauce. And they're baby lamb chops, so another name is a lollipop style, tiered up on the plate. Some of the chefs that I have like to get even more creative and do other things, like jumbo lump crab meat. We make them into crab cakes with a whole grain mustard sauce on top of them. You hungry yet? Okay. Obviously you know that we do ribs there, but we do beef brisket as well, barbecue style. We do things from Aunt Betty's meatloaf to pan-seared ahi tuna with a pineapple salsa.
And Thanksgiving, I bet you got a big old turkey, huh?
Yeah, just a couple.
How about Easter? Ham?
We do ham and lamb.
We have
Ham and lamb.
Easter coming up at the big menu.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites is the Mother's Day brunch.
Oh, tell us more.
We do a Mother's Day.
Last year I did the roasted tenderloin of beef, and then we also did an omelet station as well. I did bangers as well as the bacon that I use is we go good quality products. You could tell a place by what they serve, and one of the things we serve there is boar's head meats. For all of our deli meats as well as our bacon, we use boar's head. Less substitutes inside of it, less fillers, and it's a quality meat that I feel very comfortable using. We do potatoes, the oven roasted tricolors last year. We did a smoked salmon with a Cape Dill cream cheese. I did all different kinds of petit fours and desserts, as well as shrimp cocktail for them.
Do you find your guests like a lot of sweet food? I mean, sweet desserts?
Yeah, to say the least. Yeah, we offer ice cream from them all the time. No sugar added ice creams. It's another high quality brand that we bring in. So I'm very happy with that. The desserts we have are from different assorted pies, cakes, to cannolis.
I can't tell you how easy Kevin makes my job.
I can imagine.
Oh my God! When they come in for tours and and they do the lunch thing, and it's just amazing.
Imagine, yeah.
Well, one of the first things they look at, they see the size of me. Okay, skinny cooks can't be trusted. So
Okay.
I didn't get these loving hips for nothing. So the food is quite good.
It is. And the other day, somebody came for a tour, and I think that's when you had the lamb, the lollipop lamb.
Yeah.
And I heard her walking out, and she says, "I didn't expect to get lamb."
Well, you're always going to be surprised at the Cabanas. Like I said, when you come in, every day is a different menu out there. So you're not getting the same thing over and over and over again.
Wait, tell me, Kevin, who cooks for you?
My wife.
Well, good. Have you taught her a few things?
No. Her mother taught her.
I think we've got a phone call here. And let's see. This call is from David. David is on line 1, so let's see here. We'll go to line 1, and let's see here. Hello, David? Let's see. Just push this green button here, the red one. The red, here it is. David, can you hear me? Let's see. We're having a small... Okay, here we go. David, are you there?
No.
Okay, let's see if we got David. You on, David?
Yes.
Okay,
There he
very
is.
good. We got David now. Okay, David, tell us the answer to the question once again.
The question is sandhill crane season. A lot of mating going on, a lot of babies. What do we call sandhill crane babies?
Colts.
You got it.
All right.
David's our winner. And with that, David, we offer a Cabana bag stuffed with all kinds of Cabana at Jensen Dune goodies, a robe, a cup, pens, pads, and also lunch for 2.
Ta-da!
Very nice. Now, how does David get this?
David, you can just come in, come to the front, let us know you're there, and any day, any time, and you can pick up your prize at 1537 Northeast Cedar Street, Jensen Beach, 34957. Do you know where we're located, David?
Yes, I sure do.
Okay, so we hope you come by soon to pick up your prize.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Well,
You're
thank
welcome.
you. Thanks for calling, David. Well, that's pretty good. So the answer was again what? The
Colts.
Colts. Like okay,
Like
Colts.
a horse.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
about
I didn't
that?
know that.
The things you learn here are just
No.
incredible.
No, I was waiting for one of those questions like, what's the difference between yams and sweet potatoes?
Okay. What's
There
the
is a
difference
difference?
between yams and sweet potatoes?
There's nothing different between the two of them.
Just the name.
Just the name.
What's in a
North
name?
Americans call them sweet potatoes.
Ah, sure. So it was good. We got less listeners out there checking on things. And what are the kind of things that typically come to mind when a person's thinking about retiring? And I got this big house here, and my husband or my wife feels she wants to move. Is there a process between that stage and getting to your stage?
The process is that once you make that decision that you want to do it, that's 99.9% of the battle.
Yep.
And then after that, as I recommend, go look at places around. Go decide what kind of a facility you're looking for. We have the Key West style. It's open. We pride ourselves on being friendly. We pride ourselves when you come through that front door. People tell me all the time, I can feel the warmth in here. I can feel the happiness in here. It feels different than other places.
Very clean smell, too.
Clean,
by the way. Yes, absolutely.
spotless,
It's brand new.
brand
really.
new,
Yeah.
year and a half. Those are, you can look for smells. You can look for the residents that they're happy. You can, when you're doing a tour, look around, make sure that they're doing what you want. Make sure the facility can provide the things that you want. People ask me on the tour. I hear a lot about arts and crafts. Yes, we do arts and crafts. We had a lady, I told the story before, move in, and she was a little down, and she came in my office, and I said, "What's going on?" And she said, I miss my garden. So I said, okay. So she left, and I got up. I went to Jennifer, and I said, Jen, she's missing her garden. I said, what can we do? She goes, well, let me go get the car keys. I'll take her over to Home Depot. We'll buy her some plants. We'll plant them for her, and she can be in charge of our outside garden.
Now, I am one that benefits from this because
Yes.
I pick my fresh herbs from
Sure.
her garden.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Be darned, yeah.
and it's just things like that. Make sure other facilities, we're willing to do that. Being the new facility, as the census builds, your activities are going to build. And I always tell, and Jennifer does too, tell me what you want to do. If we're not doing it, we'll do it. And we have a lady, Rummy Cube. She's the Rummy Cube queen. It's a game. I don't even know Rummy Cube.
Okay, like 500 rummy, whatever. Yeah.
So we
Well, my
got Rummy
wife's-
Cube, and we put it on our board looking for Rummy Cube players, and now we have Rummy Cube. Just things like that. Cards.
So people can actually arrange their own, like you said, the lady who wanted the little garden, we took care of it.
Yes.
If people want to do certain things that aren't on the menu or are not on your scheduled events,
That's right.
it can possibly be worked out.
At our place, they
Well,
can. I would like to think other places do that
Yeah.
too, but who
Well,
knows?
you brought up an issue earlier about if you went out for a doctor's visit and came back or something of that nature to be able to enjoy food. Well, if you're looking for something that's not on the menu, ask. Can I get a grilled cheese? Absolutely. Can I get an omelet at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Yes. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is. It really doesn't. But chicken salad, tuna salad, egg salad, a lot of these things are not on the menu whatsoever. But we have them because people really, really enjoy them and they want them. So we make sure that they're fresh and they're there for them. Ham, turkey, roast beef, same way.
Look for places flexible. And we are, and we'll do it.
Are most of the places like yours competitive in terms of price, cost?
We're all right in the same range.
Okay.
We all know each other. I know pretty much the people that do my job at these other buildings. So a couple times a year we call around. Some of us tell the truth, some of us don't. So we get that price range, and you have to stay competitive. Some places, what we call shop, they'll send people over to us and not tell us who they are, and do a tour and prices and.
Is that like the Secret Santa?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can figure them people out pretty quick.
You're listening to the Coffee at the Cabana, brought to you by the Cabana at Jensen Dunes. And today we're joined by Joe DiCarlo, the Sales and Marketing Director, and Kevin Marlowe, the Director of Dining Services. Nice title there, Kevin. I like that.
Thank you.
I mean, they could call you a chef, I suppose, too. You know, one time my wife and I were having dinner at one place, and it was very good. And the waitress walked by and said, "Tell the cook I really enjoyed the meal." And that chef came out and gave me a look like, I am not a cook, I'm a chef. Is there a big difference there?
There is time in the business, training that you've had. The ability that you can go ahead and do is totally different. One is heat and serve. The other one is be able to create.
Yeah.
When somebody comes into my establishment and they are a cook, what we do is we train them. So by the time they are ready to leave the nest, they're pretty much ready to become a chef. Because the soups we have, if you think it out, we have over 120 different soups we make per year or per month.
Really?
So,
So kind of an apprenticeship, if you will. A cook goes through an apprenticeship to a certain point before somebody deems them a chef.
A chef, yes. So, you know, I can see why.
Yeah, it's a mistake I'll never make again, but I did make it for sure. So a cook is not a chef and vice versa. Well, a chef has been a cook.
Absolutely.
That's
We
the
always
difference.
got to start somewhere.
And another nice thing, going back to the residents, Kevin has established a food committee with the residents, and
Yes.
he meets once a month.
Yep.
And they ask him,
Critique.
well, what can you make this? Not critique as to what he's
You know,
making, but
most places, whatever, food committee is usually a complaining section.
Yeah.
And you usually cringe at something of that nature. At the Cabanas, it's not that way at all. Matter of fact, our residents, whatever, they're more like, can we have this? Sure. Can we have our vegetables cooked more? And then the others half say, can we have them less? So, you know, I ask them to raise their hands, tell me which they prefer. This month, al dente wins. Next month, well done is going to be the preference of the vegetables. They ask for beets. We put beets on the menu. So, you know, we listen to what they want. They want more of this, that, or the other thing. And you know what? This is your home.
Who does the shopping for all those?
I do.
Really?
Yep.
So just give us an idea of your annual or your weekly shopping tour. How many pounds of this and gallons of that?
Wow, that's an unusual question for me to have. It's so vast. It's not even, you know, maybe 120 pounds of frozen vegetables, IQF, individually quickly frozen, to 140 pounds of fresh vegetables, fresh broccoli, asparagus spears, Brussels sprouts, zucchini, yellow squash. I do about $1,000 of fresh produce a week. Dairy, I do about $200 of dairy and about $300 of ice cream a week. So
What a variety.
I could put a number down better than I can put a
Yeah, I
pound
hear ya.
down for that.
Sure, that's a big job, just preparing all the ingredients.
can you imagine?
Yeah, my goodness.
No.
But we rotate it out so that it sounds harder than what it is. I've made it so I simplified it to make it work for my staff, and they do a great job.
How
doing
large
it.
is your staff?
Never large enough.
No.
Yeah, you hear that? Yeah.
Well, I like to make sure we cater to the needs, and I like
Sure.
to make sure they get really excellent service. So, you know, on an average day, whatever, I'll have 6 servers on for our lunchtime out in the dining room and 2 cooks.
Can people be served in their rooms if they're ill or
Yes.
they need to be taken care of in their rooms?
Yes. CNAs take the orders for them on an average basis, and they'll bring it into the kitchen, and we'll put it through the system, and they'll pick up everything and take it to the rooms.
You said CNA?
Certified Nurse Assistant.
Okay.
Another thing Kevin's staff has to do is take care of our memory care people. They have their own separate dining room up there. He's designed it to where they have servers. Food, it's upstairs, but the elevator to get up there actually opens right into the kitchen area.
Okay.
So they still get their food hot. They get it served. They get the same menu as assisted living. I've been up there during meal times, and those servers are so patient with those people trying to get to
Yes,
what
they
they want for lunch or dinner or breakfast. It's amazing. I don't know how you fit them in, but they do. So it's nice.
Well, we've had a good system put together in place from the get-go. One of the things we did up there for designing it is a lot of places they have steam tables for hot foods. Well, since that point in time, they've came out with induction heaters and warmers. So the system I have is induction. So any resident coming by that goes ahead and puts their hand down on anything like that, they will not get burned. So again, we're there to protect them.
The induction plate, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't get warm. The pot is not warm, but the food is warm. And the first time I saw that, I'd never seen anything like that before. I'm like, holy cow.
It works great.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So, we make sure that they get the service that they have downstairs, upstairs, so they have the full china, full glassware, silverware, and such. And we watch over them. We always have a staff member out there with the residents to take care of it.
People who come to your location, do they sign an annual or monthly or?
It's a monthly. It's a 30-day.
Okay.
Some places have buy-ins. We do not. We just sign a 30-day admission agreement, and it's a month-to-month. They pay us monthly, and then the only thing we ask in return is a 30-day notice if anybody ever wants to leave, which happened twice so far.
Do any places allow pets? I'm just curious.
We do.
Okay, really?
Yeah, up to 25 pounds on the dog. Cats we allow.
You do allow cats?
We do. We do. We have a lady that's
Cats and dogs living together.
Oh, boy,
she's
yeah.
on the she's on the fence out of whether to bring her cat. She has 2 cats actually. So she's on the fence, and I said we had a lady that had a cat, and she ended up moving to independent, and then another lady wanted to bring her 2 guinea pigs. And,
Hopefully
one.
under
I never heard
25
this one
pounds,
before.
yeah.
we allowed it. We said yes, as long as she can take care of it. We're okay with it. But she decided not to. I think she had enough for her guinea pig. So
Yeah, we had one. You ever have a guinea pig in your
No,
house? We
no.
had. My daughter had one. Oh, brother. Bringing
Lot
a
of wood
rodent,
chips.
bringing a rodent into the house.
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I offended anybody who's into those.
But we have one dog now that lives there, Scooter.
Scooter is the only one now?
That's it. Yep.
We had 3, didn't we?
No, 2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're down to Scooter. Scooter's been there probably. Scooter's came the same week that I started there. So Scooter's been there a year and a half. A little Shih Tzu, and he thinks he owns the place.
Oh, sure.
He pretty much does.
Yeah, and he's good. And the owner takes care of him, takes him out for his walks, and picks up after him and everything. And we're okay with that.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We've had pets come in to visit. We've had a pony, Calvin the pony, come in for a visit.
They named him, really?
Yeah, that's his name,
Calvin.
Calvin the pony. Walked around the building. So, yes, we do allow.
We got about 5 minutes left, folks. If you feel you have any questions, we've certainly covered a lot of areas this morning. You can call us at 340-1590. And we'll be meeting here every Monday at this time, right around 10 o'clock, 10:05 on Monday mornings. And sometimes we'll actually be live on scene,
Yes.
which is kind of fun, too, because then G and I get to have a little bite to eat in the morning. And look forward to that. So before we get off the air, let's kind of go back and cover some of the high points we've talked, because not everybody's here for an hour on the radio. So maybe some folks who just joined us, why don't you kind of round out things before we get off?
We are from the Cabana at Jensen Dunes, assisted living facility in Jensen Beach. I have our chef with us, Chef Kevin. With our assisted living, we have several style rooms. We provide amenities to make your life easy at the Cabanas. We're known as a land cruise, we've been told. We take care of you. We clean your room for you. We do your laundry. We provide cable TV. We have 24-hour nurses, 24-hour CNAs, and 3 meals a day prepared by
And then some.
Kevin and his staff with his signature meals. And what else? We have a pool. We have a
Bocce ball
bocce ball
court.
court, activities,
We have the fire pit over on the one side.
fire pit, movie theaters.
I'm not roasting a pit on that.
Okay.
And we do accept tours. If you want to come by for a tour, you can walk in. You can call us at 772-332-1000. You can email me at our new email, coffeeatthecabanas@jensendunes.com. Anyway, I recommend you walk in or call if you want to set up a lunch. Come and try Kevin's food. You're more than welcome to.
And Kevin's planning a big luau coming up pretty soon.
We are.
Tell
Absolutely.
us about that.
With all different kinds of stuff. including pineapple upside down cake.
There you go.
Oh, the
Okay,
I'm
gotta
sorry.
have the pineapples.
I got to tell you, last night my wife, we had a lovely dinner. We had a beef roast, and she was going to make a pineapple upside down cake. And she, half an hour, she watches, Paul, you can't believe what I just did. I said, what'd you do? Well, she says, first you put something down first, and you put something down second, then you put in the batter. Well, she put the batter in first before she put in the pineapple. So pineapple went on top. And it worked out pretty good. You ought to try it one
Then
time.
you turn it upside down at the end of it. Right side
Right.
up.
Right side up. Pineapples.
Well, I used to do a cake, or actually a pie, a apple cobbler.
Ooh.
And what I used to do is put underneath the base of it brown sugar and made everything and butter and just flipped it over at the end of it and cut it that way. It was really nice.
Tell us your carrot cake story.
Well, my carrot cake is one of the best carrot cakes, I think, in South Florida. Matter of fact, it has won the best carrot cake in Key West.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So
Frosting is
buttercream.
buttercream. Oh, I love that. I really do.
And yeah, it took me 20 years to get this recipe back. Now, I opened up Jupiter Crab originally, and my brother was working there, and I worked in a local restaurant called Blue Moon Diner in Regency Square, and I was there for 7.5 years. My brother came in and did a cutting with 2 carrot cakes, and I let him taste the carrot cake of mine. He goes, I need this recipe now. He went down and opened up another Jupiter Crab down in Keys. So when he went down to the Keys, came back, that recipe disappeared.
Oh, really?
I never saw it. So 2 years ago on my birthday, he said, happy birthday, and gave me my recipe back. So I've been making it ever since.
Are chefs kind of funky about their recipes? Been sharing them? Is it
I don't mind sharing them as long as I get it back. You know?
Okay, so you will give me tips on how to do certain things. Without
Absolutely.
You don't have any
Absolutely.
jealousy there or
We're-
anything.
Not
Chefs
only-
are here for teaching.
Not only does he share his recipes, he shares his food. He's constantly walking around trying to get us to eat
You get
stuff.
an extra garlic knot today.
See, that was good.
I would come there just for the food, if nothing else. Honest to goodness,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fantastic. Well, let's face it, folks. Food is a major part of our lives.
Yes.
Without it, we ain't going nowhere.
Yes.
And you've certainly been enlightening this morning, giving us all what's going on. We got another minute to go or so. So, Joe, why don't
And,
you go ahead and take that minute? It's all yours.
Another thing about about food, it's important for your nutrition. For elderly people, it's important for your skin. It's important for your health. It's important that you eat correctly. We're fortunate enough to have Kevin with us. These are the things that you look for when you go to places. Try the food. If the chef comes out and talks to you, ask him anything and everything. We're fortunate. Kevin comes out when I do tours, sometimes up to a half hour, 45 minutes with these people.
I think he sometimes asks me to leave.
And sometimes I say,
I
okay,
stay with him
Kevin,
that long.
enough is enough. And I always tell Kevin there's 2 things. He likes to cook and he likes to talk about it. So
All right, listen, that's a great combination. And
It is.
I have witnessed both, quite frankly, and I'll be looking forward to getting down there again. The date is April
27th for you guys, and our carnival's the 28th. Our luau is this Wednesday, March 28th from 5:30 to 7:30. So come by and try Kevin's Hawaiian food.
And for luau, if folks are coming just to have a look and see if they want to live at your place, it'd be a great place to come for the first time.
That's correct. They can tour. We'll give tours, and they can call to RSVP at 332-1000, and come on by and enjoy it.
And once again, the directions to get there?
East on Jensen Beach Boulevard, south on Savannah Road, east on Cedar Street, at the end on the left, we're the building on the hill.
Very good, very good. Well, thank you, Joe, Kevin,
Thank
for coming
you.
over
Thank
today.
you for having us.
You betcha. We'll be back here again next week, about the same time, and we're getting right now for news from CBS. This is WPSL, Port St. Lucie, Florida.